It's the National Football League on EA Sports, and we've got some history in this battle of AFL alumni. It's the Cincinnati Bengals and the Miami Dolphins on Thursday night primetime.
It's had many names, but only one NFL team over the years. We're at the home of the Dolphins, Hard Rock Stadium in Miami, Florida. Joined, as always, by Brock Hewitt up in the booth. I'm Kate Scott, and tonight, we're going to see the pros battle through a heavy downpour. This could be a contest, Brock, where the team with fewer miscues because of this weather is the team that walks out of here with a win.
Yeah, I'll co-sign on that. I think that's great analysis. This is also a game as a player where you do have to flush the circumstances. You got to be aware of the wetness. You got to be aware of your gloves and your hands, everything else.
Yeah.
But you can't let it just be your sole focus, right? You've got to have the mental toughness to persevere through this pretty inclement weather.
We're playing under the lights and some heavy rain here tonight. And here we go from Miami. D. Eskridge to return it. Oh, he's showing some burst on this return. And a good return here as he gets it out past the 35. So the Dolphins offense headed out for their opening drive. They'll be led out by a proud Samoan and one of your few fellow lefty QBs, Brock, Tua Tagovailoa.
Tua's early career, yeah, it was known for injuries. Maybe not being as durable and as available as you want in a top 10 pick. But the last few years, he's taken great strides to rewrite that narrative. Remember, this was a guy that rewrote the record books in Hawaii, won a national championship at Alabama, and nobody questioned the accuracy of that left arm. It was just the availability, well, that he's had to rewrite, and he's done a heck of a job.
And that one goes for a gain of 11. And it'll be first down, Miami.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
New set of downs for him from the 46. Tua off the play fake. Flushed out of the pocket. He's running with it. Doesn't get much beyond the line, a yard at most. Chris Jenkins Jr. there on the tackle.
Tick, 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 tick. You know, his internal clock right there told him it was time to escape, and good thing he listened to it. He was able to make something out of nothing and at least move them forward.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Tagovailoa working from the pistol. Escapes the pocket. He gets a little something out of it before sliding to a stop.
I love that play. And that's quarterback 101. Nothing downfield, get what you can with your legs, but so much more importantly, protect yourself. Availability, one of the most important abilities for any quarterback.
Here they come. This is 3rd and 5. They'll motion him out of the backfield. He's on the move. He'll make a bid for it on the ground. And he slides down with enough to pick up that first. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
Well, there was no sense in taking a risk down the field when a first down was just a run away. They'll get to reset now and figure out just how they want to attack a new set of downs.
They motion Waddle over left. And he'll come up with a gain of 3 on the run up the middle.
Tried to mix in a little wide receiver carry and catch this defense on its heels. We've seen it work time and again, and it almost got there. Without that tackle, we could have seen a big gainer. But give some credit to the defense where credit is due.
2nd down now, 7 to go. Tua now from the gun. And the cover just too good there. Didn't find a throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. 3rd down coming up.
There was almost no resistance offered against a rush that came off the line ready to maul anything in sight. It was all the QB could do to get rid of that before he gets absolutely clobbered.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Now Tua to throw. Cover man is there, and he harmlessly knocks it away. Incomplete. Trying to find Jalen Waddle. So they're left with 4th down here.
Read and react, read and react, read and react. Got to read where the quarterback's eyes are going, and then you got to react as he begins to throw to get to a spot and knock it away.
And he missed it. It's no good. And we continue to await our opening score of this ball game.
He was hitting from that distance pregame. Heck, we were on the field watching it, and they were confident he could do so again. Just did not work out this time around.
Good starting field position awaits the Bengals as they get set for 1st and 10. First give of the game here to Chase Brown. Gets it ahead, has about 5 yards. It's Kader Kohu up to make that play. Give him 5 on that carry, bringing up 2nd and 5.
A humble 5 to 6 yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain, not a game-changing play by any means, but one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front 7.
Out of the shotgun, Burrow. Got his target, it's Higgins. And he's taken down directly on that 43-yard line. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the 1st down.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a 1st down.
Let's see how they attack this 1st down, Brock, from the 43. Burrow out of the shotgun. Buys time, rolling right. He can run it. And he'll get it down to the 24-yard line. It goes as a gain of 19 yards. And it sets up a Cincinnati 1st down.
Well, I can promise you, that was the goal from the moment he took off. He kept his eyes locked on the chains. It's almost like he had a spidey sense. He knew exactly where to get in order to move the sticks and get that critical 1st down.
Now a shotgun handoff to Brown. It is charged towards the line. That's right around 3 yards.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
2nd down now, 7 to go. From the 21. Finds the in route complete. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Move the chains! Got to move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
Still on the move, coming to the line for 1st and 10. From the red zone now. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
All right, 1st sack on the board on the 1st drive as a defense, and now, well, now we let the chess match begin, the adjustments begin, because we know pressure leads to sacks, and sacks in this league often leads to wins.
All right, here we go, 2nd down. Another try following the sack. And he will score. It's a Cincinnati touchdown. The Bengals have a great 1st drive and get the game's 1st points. How quickly things can change, partner. The pain from being taken down that prior play, yeah, I imagine that's gone and forgotten now, and it's been replaced by the adrenaline from finding the end zone there.
Yeah, that defense could have certainly used the pass rush from the previous play because that quarterback had plenty of time to scan the field and make a throw, and he gets an immediate measure of revenge for that sack.
Evan McPherson on to try the extra point. Extra point sent in through the rain. And the Bengals will jump out to a 7-0 lead.
Dolphins nothing.
Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. Washington now to return. Returns looking good so far. Oh, still going. He's all the way home. Touchdown, Miami. The Dolphins finish off their opening drive. Well, when it's set up perfectly, Brock, and you get an exciting return man back there fielding it, wow, there are not many plays in football more exciting than taking a kickback for 6.
Find those blockers, follow those blockers, and then step on the gas. So simple for me to describe, yet so tough to execute on the field.
Extra point is good by Sanders. And the Dolphins start off well to tie things 7-7. After watching one kick get taken back, partner, let's see how well they can replicate it as this one's away. Has this at the 6. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Cincinnati headed back out for its second drive now. And I think they'd be content doing everything the same as their prior drive and getting another touchdown here. First down, Burrow to throw. He puts some air under this one, deep right. That's cut at the 25. And he flips the field for them before being taken down.
Speaks to this guy's talent as just an all-around difference maker, playmaker. We see him line up as a receiver, and we don't even bat an eye, Kate. And we don't really bat an eye when he makes that kind of play either. This guy's just different, built for the moment.
So as we all recover from that last play, it's 1st and 10 near the red zone. Burrow from the gun. Hits him on the in route. And he works this to the 15 before they make the stop.
Kate, one thing I learned from the late, great Mike Leach is, yeah, the system was called air raid, but it wasn't just attacking downfield. His philosophy, and it played out right there, is you have to attack every inch of the field, both vertically and horizontally, without routes or in routes just like that.
Here's Burrow. Wow, very quick throw, but they couldn't connect.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. To throw again, it's Burrow. Complete beyond the marker. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
4 downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal. They bring the tight end in motion. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. The throw is caught. And he's brought down, but there's some laundry on the field. So a big self-inflicted error as that personal foul moves the ball forward quite a bit. Burrow back to throw. He'll get this one to Brown. And this one's stopped at the 3-yard line.
You know, you compare and contrast stats over the decades, Kate. One thing you see is the completion percentages are through the roof. In this day and age, compared to the 60s and the 70s, a big reason is just completions like that. Utilizing every one of your eligible receivers. That time, a running back in the flat.
Brown. And he gets in. Touchdown. The Bengals break the tie here in the 1st. So, Brock, this offense starting to find its rhythm a bit as they finish things with a touchdown there to give them the lead.
And the key word there that you said is finish, because you want to have that mindset, even early in the game, that field goals aren't going to cut it. So that's great work to make sure they finish with 6 points.
McPherson at the point after. Got a good plant in the rain there. The extra point flies through. And the Bengals take the lead here, 14-7 in the first. Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. Washington now to return. And this drive will start inside the 25. Now we're going to see the Dolphin offense for their second drive of the contest. They left a few on the table their last time out, Brock, settling for a field goal try that missed the mark. They'll get this drive started, 1st and 10. Opening carry for Devon Achane. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Now after the run, we see some trainers headed out for an injured player who was shaken up. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. They go play action with Tagovailoa. Finds his fullback. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. That play goes for 8 yards, and it keeps this drive moving.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap first down.
New slate of downs to approach here from the 40. First down, Tagovailoa to throw. Vacates quickly left side. He's on the move. He's descended upon quickly and dropped after looks like a yard gain. Remain Pratt with the play defensively.
You know, Kate, they always say that QB clock, you know what it's more like? It's more like an alarm, especially in a situation like that, and it's a good thing he woke up to it, able to make something out of nothing and at least keep him moving forward.
Out of the gun, Tagovailoa. He lofts it deep left. He's got it inside the 25. There it is, touchdown Miami. The Dolphins get it down to a single point. It's a Jalen Waddle touchdown. I love plays like this, Brock. Sometimes you just gotta ask your dude, show me what you got, man. Show off those wheels, and he did just that.
Yeah, beauty in simplicity, right?
Yep.
You know, when you run that fly route, you gotta win right from the jump. You gotta protect yourself from the sideline, too. Don't get pushed to the boundary. Give your quarterback room to throw it up, and you can find pay dirt.
Extra point attempt coming from Sanders. Bad weather doesn't affect that extra point. It's good. And the Dolphins tie things up at 14. Sanders all set to send it away. He'll begin his return from the 11. And this will give them decent field position. The return gets out to the 30. The Bengals, then running back Chase Brown, getting sent to begin another drive here. And they've gone to him as a receiver to complement his presence in the backfield, Brock, to some good early results. Brown on the inside give. And it's a nice little chunk here, 6 yards. Hit applied by Bradley Chubb. A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have 2nd and 4.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of the defense.
He's going to snag a couple of yards, charging up the gut. It's Kader Kohu up to make that play. Just 2 yards there on the carry. They're going to need another 2 now on 3rd down. Here's Brown again. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped.
He's tackled at the 40-yard line. A gain of 3 on the play.
We've arrived at the end of one on Thursday night. Both teams neck and neck so far. Back to Hard Rock Stadium right after this. Time for our second quarter. It'll be Bengals football to begin. They've got a first to begin the frame. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
See the pass, time up your hit, and jar that ball loose. Not a lot of players are hanging on to a well-placed hit like that one.
So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call. Burrow to the air now. Has a man, it's Brown. Just a couple of yards here as he heads for the sideline.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
Drive in dire straits, it's 3rd and 9. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46. They get 13 on the pickup. And it'll be 1st down, Bengals.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on the defense.
New set of downs for him from the 46. They put a receiver in motion right. They'll run here on 1st down. Great run here. He's across the 35. And he's finally hauled down at the 12. How about a big hitter? 30, 40 yards there and a new set of downs.
Gosh, I love that creativity of the play call. Name of the game is putting the ball in the hands of your best, your playmakers, creating matchups for them to take advantage. And this time, not as a receiver, but as a runner. That is job well done.
Working inside the red zone. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Cincinnati. The Bengals take a second quarter lead. Quite the strike to his tight end, and the patience he showed waiting for that to break open. That was awesome, and it's rewarded with 6.
You know, it should be simple, Kate, right? In philosophy, it should be simple. Just plaster that big guy. Throw bodies at him in coverage, but stopping a tight end near the end zone is anything but simple with how deceptively good they are as route runners and finding that football when it arrived.
Now we'll pause. The officials want to take a good look at this and confirm it was indeed a touchdown. Well, this right here is where having all those camera angles comes into play. We're going to get a much clearer picture thanks to all the shots we've got.
Yep, technology, everybody's friend right now. We get to watch it again and again, unlike these officials who got to see it once in real time. We just have to see, is there clear enough evidence to overturn the call that was made down there on the field?
No change to the call on the field, so that play's going to remain a touchdown. Point after, up and good by McPherson. And the Bengals break that tie and now lead by 7.
Dolphins 14.
Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. Eskridge on the return. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. The Dolphins are headed out there alongside Jalen Waddle for this next series. And they're a touchdown back, Brock, as they take over down 21-14. On first down, they're going to start out with Achane. And they bring him down, but there's a flag on the field. Well, partner, they say there's holding on every play. You just got to look for it, right? That time, though, we did not have to look too hard. Shotgun snap now to Tagovailoa. He's got it deep downfield. And he'll take this across. Touchdown, Miami. The Dolphins can tie it up in the second after cutting into the lead. Tyreek Hill the touchdown. So sensational work by the skill man there, Brock. Anytime you can make your quarterback look that good, you know he appreciates it.
That's a quarterback's best friend, no question. But on the other side, gosh, defensively, you got to get that skill player down. Period, end of story. You can't give up that much yards after catch.
Extra point attempt coming from Sanders. Extra point sent in through the rain. And the Dolphins tie this game at 21. Sanders all set to send it away. Return coming from the 6. He stopped on the return at the 27. So now here comes the Bengals on offense. And eventually, Brock, one of their drives is going to fail to reach that end zone. But through 3 possessions so far, they have been perfect.
Yeah, and in order for that to happen, somebody somewhere on this defense has got to rise to the occasion.
And he's brought down for a loss.
Hey, range is not an optional feature for middle linebackers in today's game. It's a prerequisite for the job. And this guy definitely has it. Followed that play from the start, and he ended it with a loss.
Offense to the line for second down. Now Burrow. Escapes the pocket. Trying to get away from the pressure, but he can't, and they drop him. And that pushes him back. Third down coming up.
Yeah, let's give some credit to the defense here, Kate, right? We talk about explosive plays. Every offense is looking for them. But when a defense can go back-to-back, Jack, with a tackle for loss and a sack, well, they're more than doing their job.
So not an enviable spot here as they come up on third and very long. Looking to throw, Burrow. And he just gets rid of this one, but unfortunately, that means fourth down coming up.
You know, it's a point of emphasis and practice each and every week, no matter where we go. How are we going to attack the coverage on third down? But it chose the wrong play off that call sheet that time.
The Bengals send out the punting unit. And after that drive went backwards, he's going to send this one forward. And he drives this into the pouring rain. And some textbook work covering that punt. It is stopped after almost nothing on the return. The Dolphins and Tyreek Hill headed back out on offense. And he finds himself across an important benchmark for yards this season after that last drive. He stayed pretty busy this season, and the numbers show just that. First down, here's Tua. He's on the move. Oh, he was on the move, but so was the defense, and they take him down. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
Pretty even match in this first half, and you're just kind of waiting. Right? You just kind of try to get a feel for which defense is going to come to life. And when you get that sack, that could go a long way to infusing some energy on that side of the ball.
Back to the line they go. It's second down. Trying again following the sack. Catch is made down the right sideline. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. He finds 37 yards on the play to move those chains.
The analytics are pretty clear. It's hard to move the ball in this league with short little dinks and dunks. You've got to get the explosive jump. You got to get the big play. And that throw to the outside, That gets the job done.
Thinking touchdown here after that big play. We've got 1st and 10 from the red zone. They motion Waddle over left. Bails out of the pocket quick. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
You know what I call that, Kate? Punch, and you took a punch, but then you countered right back. You give up a big play, massive play, but you don't hang your head. You come right back, you get a sack of your own, and you change the momentum as quickly as you can.
Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. H-Chan on the toss right. And he's able to push this down to the 12. He picks up 8 on the run, and now they're going to have 3rd and 4.
Well, that doesn't net a 1st down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
3rd and 4 coming up now. Tua now from the gun. Escapes the pocket. And the ground game works for the touchdown. The Dolphins take a 2nd quarter lead. Tua Tagovailoa with the touchdown. His 3rd total score this game. Wow, great work there by the quarterback. The play broke down, didn't really have much of a choice other than to escape and improvise, and in the end brought the best call he could have made.
Yeah, and you can do it in different ways in today's NFL, right? The Tom Brady's just recently retired. He did it with his brain, he did it with his mind, but you've got to be able to improvise, as you said. You got to be able to create when a play breaks down, and when you can put 6 on the board, man, does that infuse your offensive group with confidence.
That one splits the uprights. And the Dolphins break that tie and now lead by 7. Sanders all set to send it away. He fields it from the 8. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. Out comes the offense for the Bengals. And in a high-scoring game to this point, everyone anticipating, well, even more points as they take the field. On 1st down, here's Burrow. Higgins makes the catch. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line.
You know what I love to say? You never go broke taking a profit, and you often gain profits when you use your eyes as a quarterback. Those hitch routes, those underneath throws, oftentimes it's the eyes of the quarterback looking downfield and then taking that short completion.
Burrow out of the shotgun. That's complete. Here's Brown. And he'll get it up to the 44. Give him 9 on that play, and it's enough for the 1st.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you could depend on.
From the gun, a give to Brown. He gets forward, and that's about 4 yards. It was Tyrell Johnson with the tackle.
You know, these are the kind of runs, Kate, that a balanced game plan and a balanced offense is built on. It gets you good yardage, it sets up your play action, and it keeps that defense honest.
2nd and 6 coming up here. They'll run again with Brown. And he gets this beyond the midfield stripe and onto the Dolphins side of the field. Call it 4 yards, and they're set up with a manageable 3rd and 2.
You know, this is an offense that will emphasize the ground game at different points of each and every contest. And as long as they can reliably get gains like this, it's not going to change anytime soon.
That one's out and cut on the right side. He winds up out of bounds with things not settled yet, so we've got a flag down.
Personal foul, unnecessary roughness, defense.
An avoidable mistake, and that one's going to set the coaches off more than almost any other. And now they're going to mark off the yardage. They'll have a new set of downs following that defensive penalty. 1st and 10 now. Here's Burrow. That's too far in front, and it's not going to be caught.
You know, in the NFL, offensive-minded teams will call it a perfect Friday. They don't want the ball to hit the ground once. And especially on these short to intermediate throws, you've got to count on those being efficient and effective.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Burrow from the gun. On the quick slant here, it's Higgins. And he's brought down inside the 10 at the 9. That one goes for 15, and now they're going to have 1st and goal.
Boy, they sure found the right route at the right time to hit the soft spot in that coverage. And that slant, it goes for big yardage.
This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. From the red zone now. Quick slant complete.
You know, with some of these tight ends today, you could put 2 guys, heck, put 3 guys on them, and they still find a way to make those catches. With how they move at their size, they really are the ultimate matchup advantage.
The nose of the football inside the 1. Here's 2nd and goal. Brown. And he's in for the touchdown. The Bengals can tie it up in the 2nd after cutting into the lead. It's what every player who scores a touchdown wants to do, Brock. He wants to get right back there and put another 6 on the board.
I've never met an NFL player content with 1 end zone trip in a game.
Nope.
Yeah, if you're content, you're not making it to this league. You get 1, you're instantly thinking of another, and the fortunate few are able to actually deliver on it.
McPherson at the point after. Got a good plant in the rain there. The extra point flies through. And the Bengals tie us up 28-all. Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. Washington now to return. He stopped on the return at the 27. The Dolphins offense ready to go as they take the field. They'll try to emphasize what worked on their last drive, which ended, Brock, in a touchdown. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with Achane. He's got a gain of 6 there. The play brought to an end by Logan Wilson. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Tagovailoa now working from the gun. It's caught. Devon Achane. And he'll get it up to the 44. Give him 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs.
You just got to love that angle route. It's been around a long time, but think about it defensively, Kate. How many times do you see the backs out of the backfield or just run to the flat? The great running backs know how to plant their foot, sell that flat route, break it off to an angle, and break off a 1st down.
Tagovailoa on 1st down. On target to Waddle. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. Clock running. Dolphins will hurry to the line. 2nd and 8. Nothing there left side as it ends up incomplete. That one intended for Jalen Waddle. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Here's Tua again. Has him on the quick hitter. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, In a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
Punter takes the field on 4th down, and he sends this one flying. No return on this one. It's going to make it out of bounds and across the 25, spotted at the 24. The Bengals and Joe Burrow all set to take over. And he sure has put on that chef's hat to dice up their defense early in this one. Quite the appetizer that he's prepared to what could be a great overall performance. That's Gesicki. He's got it. And he pushes it up across the 30 before going out.
Kid, I promise you, if you and I got to travel the country and watch young quarterbacks, even really good high school quarterbacks, out routes are the hardest to complete. Slants, goes, fades, all that stuff comes somewhat naturally, but really trusting yourself to throw that out route, that comes with time and experience.
This time, they'll keep it on the ground. And he'll have a small 4-yard chunk there. Javon Holland there to make the stop. We have reached halftime. Already a full game's worth of excitement in just 2 quarters. Now we'll send you up to Orlando, our studios there, for Jonathan Coachman and the EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Back to you and Brock in a bit. But first, time for our EA Sports Halftime Report. We thought this one would be a close battle coming in, and we have not been disappointed. They're all even to this point. This has the feeling of a game that could go right down to the wire. One mistake or one big play could turn out to be the difference.
As always, a hat tip to Coach for his hard work during the break, as we're happy to welcome y'all back for the start of our 3rd quarter. Well, we're set up for an incredible second half, all tied as we kick it away here in quarter number 3. Brings in the kick at the 9. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. The Bengals headed back out on offense. Their quarterback returning to the field now. And he has to be happy about his game. We're checking some of the highlights right now that he's made so far. A good showing that's seen him in the zone from time to time. And also he's just seen the field well from his spot in the middle of this offense. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Straight ahead, it's Brown. He swarms in the middle. This gets maybe a yard. Javon Holland there to make the stop. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9. A run with Brown. And he found some running room for a nice gain. 7 yards on the carry. Now they've got 3rd and 3.
Okay, this is why coaches across all levels of football harp on the importance of good, fundamental tackling, not just to hear themselves talk. It's to make sure that when one of their guys has a chance to bring down a running back, they're able to do it and keep those plays from going any further.
3rd and short, it's Burrow. Oh, put some heat on this deep ball, left side. And he's there to send that one away, incomplete. That one firmly denied by the man in coverage. And that'll bring up 4th and 3.
I know a DB in the stat sheet loves to see INT and not PBU, but as soon as he realized a pick wasn't possible, he does the next best thing and knocks it away.
4th down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick's away. And he's brought down before the return gets far. The Dolphins are back on offense. Tua Tagovailoa out there once again. And he has continued to own this defense and keep on throwing that football, partner, making this performance one that he's going to remember, but as you like to say, the defense would probably rather forget. Tagovailoa on 1st down. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. Now we're going to have a break in the action. One of the Bengals in some pain. They're going to go out to look at him. All right, here we go. 2nd down. Another try following the sack. No one open, so he chucks this to another county.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have third down here. Tunga Vailoa. Able to find Achan. And he's short of the first after a mild gain. The rookie from Michigan, there that time.
Just get this guy touches. I don't care how, I don't care when. Just find unique ways to get this running back the ball, and over time, he's going to make you pay.
So the Dolphins readying for the punt. And he drives this one into the pouring rain. Fair catch called for, and he's got it right near the 30-yard line. The visitors returning their offense and this running back to the field. We don't get a return out of that punt, and it'll be Bengals football. First down, Burrow to throw. Completed over the middle. And he gets him around 6 there. Tackle made by Jordan Brooks.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 36-yard line.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Man in motion out of the slot. From the 36. Nowhere to go with it, so he just throws it away. So after that prior incompletion, we've got third down. Out of the shotgun, Burrow. Complete beyond the marker. And he'll get it up to the 44. 8 yards on the gain, and the drive continues forward.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your third downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. To throw again, it's Burrow. Short pass brought in. And he finds space for about a 3-yard gain. Tackle made by Jordan Brooks.
Well, that's a modest little drag route, but if you ever just need a safe, short gain on the throw, that's a go-to route to target.
2nd down now, 7 to go. From the 47. And this one too far in front of him. It's incomplete. Looking for his wide receiver there. So it'll be 3rd down.
Well, you certainly want those throws to be automatic. Every team, if you're going to be efficient, you've got to hit those passes in the short to intermediate zone to effectively move the ball in this league.
On 3rd down, here's Burrow. And they get to him way behind the line on this one and take him down. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up 4th down.
I think his decision-making wrote a check that his legs couldn't catch this time. This QB can run, and he's ranging, looking for space, looking for an outlet. But there's none to be had. No escape route available this time.
They'll send out the punting unit. And he's going to try to give his defense a long field to defend. Jukes one defender. Tried getting creative, but the coverage team read it all the way. This return loses yards. New series coming up following the punt. And it'll be Dolphins football. Achan, a 1st down carry. And into a sea of bodies he goes. Looks like they'll get about 3 out of it.
That's the kind of run play that feels like tug-of-war at field day. And you're just not moving the other side. Just a short run. Neither side feels particularly good about it, and we'll move to the next.
Second down now, 7 to go. They'll stick with A-Chain. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Just 1 yard on the carry, though. It's 3rd and 7 now. Two and out from the gun. He's gonna push one deep down the road. He's got it inside the 25. And he'll take this across. Touchdown, Miami. The Dolphins take a 3rd quarter lead. Tyreek Hill the touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. The impact this guy has had on this game, Brock, has been massive. They'd be on the comeback trail right now if it wasn't for his 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, that second one far bigger than his first one. You just look at the game circumstances. Puts him in front here in the second half. Puts a little jet fuel in the engines of their defense.
Extra point attempt coming from Sanders. Bad weather doesn't affect that extra point. It's good. And the Dolphins break that tie and now lead by 7. Sanders all set to send it away. Has this at the 6. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. Cincinnati just about set for its next offensive possession. All their scoring has kept them close, but they still find themselves trailing by just a little in this 3rd quarter. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Going with Brown on the ground. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Good run, gets him 7. That brings up 2nd and 3.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet, but let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
On the ground, Brown. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
That offensive group really hoped he was going to get it all right there, reset it back to 1st down. But instead, the defense, well, they're not going to let anything come easy. And their fight is giving them a chance to stall things out on the 3rd and short.
Battle coming up on 3rd and inches. On the handoff, this is Brown. And his short gain gets them a new set of downs.
That is your old school meat and potatoes call right there. Don't even think about throwing it. Just rush it ahead and get what you need.
1st and 10 from the 41. Burrow out of the shotgun. Finds him over the middle. And he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46. Give him 13 on that play. And it sets up a Cincinnati 1st down. New set of downs for him from the 46. On 1st down, here's Burrow. Flushed out of the pocket. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
And look at that. All that effort and success from the previous play, it is gone. Credit to this defense who snapped and clear. That's part of this game. You got to snap and clear. Give up a big play, come back and make a big one for yourself. And they do get home that sack.
Offense to the line for 2nd down. Trying again, following the sack. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down. Looking for the back that time. So they're left facing 3rd and long.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Here he is on 3rd and long. He's on the move. And they get to him as he was trying to make something happen. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
There is no question this defense has risen to the occasion of prime time tonight. There's also no question that this is a window into the kind of beating quarterbacks can take when you can't protect him. He's going to have to use all week to get his body right to hopefully hit the field next week.
They'll bring out the punter here. And he's hoping for a well-placed strike. Fields this at the 19. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. This offense headed back to the field, led by their receiver. And he has kept his pace up in the second half. His quarterback more than happy to keep throwing it his way, considering what he's been able to do with his looks all game. Slot man motioned over. First down, here's Tua. Bails out of the pocket quick. He can run it. And he evades any kind of trouble, but only a short gain to show for it after sliding down.
That is quarterback play 101. Maybe not the first chapter of it, but man, is that important. Getting downfield, get what you can with your legs, then most importantly, protect yourself. Get down and don't take any extra contact.
Here we go, 2nd and 9. Taken in by Smith. He gets it forward for a gain of 3. Mike Hilton getting up there for the tackle.
This defense didn't give up contain there, Kate. That was an instance where the more exciting plays were taken away downfield. And even looking to the tight end wasn't going to net them much.
So now here's 3rd and 5. Tagovailoa working from the pistol. Coverage holds up, and he just had to get rid of it.
So many coaches love 3rd downs, and they practice them so much, Kate. Why? Because they're the money down in the NFL. Whether it's a close game already out of hand, coaches know, got to execute and convert on these 3rd downs.
They're out now, ready to punt it. Jake Bailey's going to kick it away. And a sure-handed play there in the rain. He brings in the fair catch without a problem. That punt goes unanswered. No return there. And they're going to take over possession. Good starting field position awaits the Bengals as they get set for 1st and 10. Now a shotgun handoff to Brown. And this almost ended worse, but he gets a yard out of it. Javon Holland there to make the stop. Manages just a yard on 1st down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9. Burrow from the gun. Got it, man. It's Gesicki. He's corralled after a modest 4-yard gain. It was Tyrell Johnson with the tackle. And on 3rd down, Dolphins coming out in the dime, expecting a pass. Throwing from the gun. Finds a man, right side. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. That one ends up a gain of 6. And it'll be 1st down, Bengals. We've reached the end of the 3rd quarter on this Thursday night. It's Bengals football, and they know what they need to do, trailing here in the 4th. New set of downs for him from the 46. Chase coming in motion right. Handoff headed left to Brown. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. He managed 6 on the play, bringing up 2nd and 4.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. A run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15-plus at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful one.
From the 48. And he won't get it there. Defender finds a throw and breaks it up.
I'm just going to say maybe not the guy you want to pick on in coverage of this particular series. Gets a hand on that throw and knocks it away. The next time, well, he could get two hands on it and take it the other way.
No connection on the last play, and now it's third down. Looking to throw, Burrow. Ooh, missed that one, and he knew it. Put it behind his guy, and now it's fourth down.
I'll tell you this, Kate, that's where you got to be on the same page with one another and get both ends of the play right to execute, both the protection and ultimately completing that ball. They certainly want that play call back.
Punting unit out now. And this is away, wisely headed for the sideline to avoid that return. So this one will go out of bounds, and they'll start the drive inside their own 30. The offense returning to the field now as we get a look at their wideouts. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. Escapes the pocket. He's stepping up and takes off with this one. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. They pick up 20 yards there. And that's going to get the Dolphins a first down.
I can tell you what, that was the goal from the moment he took off. Kept his eyes locked on the chains and made sure he set them up with a new set of downs. Well done.
Only one play in, Brock, and this drive already to midfield. First down, Tagovailoa to throw. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up second down. Going play action, Tagovailoa. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back. Third down coming up.
We get so stuck, Kate, on decision-making being the ball in the hands and where's he throwing it. The ball in the hands in the passing game, and what kind of decision is he going to make? When in reality, in this game, in the fourth quarter, decision-making is also knowing when to salvage a play. Salvage that real estate that's so important to try to play a little add-on and make this a 2-score game. That sack, that's not going to help in that decision at all.
Tagovailoa facing third and long. And even on third down, he sees no choice other than to get rid of it. Not the play they wanted. It's going to be fourth down.
You know, that's an example right there where you just simply got to be on the same page with each other and get both ends of the play right to execute. They want that one back.
On now comes their punter. And they could really use a good one here. And he sends this away. Definitely his best kick of the game thus far. And he calls for the fair catch, and he's got it at the 14-yard line. So no return on that punt. And the Bengals are going to be backed up to begin this drive. First and 10 now. Here's Burrow. Finds the in route complete. And they take him down at the 24-yard line.
It takes a certain level of fearlessness, craziness to work over the middle of the field in this league. You're fighting through guys as you go, and all the while you know you could take a lick at any time.
In a good spot here, second and inches. They bring their tight end left. From the 24. This one is tipped away and incomplete. Good positioning to make a play on it. That forces third down.
You know, as a QB, I'm going to note that in the back of my head. That was a heck of a break. Knocks the ball away. DBs like that, they tend to, once they get one hand on the ball, have a pretty good beat on you and can get two hands on it the next time.
Third and short, it's Burrow. Into the hands of Gesicki, complete. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
You know, Kate, they say a dog is a man's best friend. Well, a tight end that moves the chains on third down, That's a QB's best friend.
It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. First down, Burrow to throw. Brought in right side. And just gets back to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, the defense was all over that throw, able to stop it right at the line. They could smell that one coming, and they sniffed it out in a hurry.
2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. To throw again, it's Burrow. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down.
Well, he saw his guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them and the group up front to find somebody to get a completion, so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
3rd and long for him here. Can't find anyone open. He's forced to throw it away. This one intended for the running back. And that brings up 4th and long.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last second attempt to get rid of it.
The Bengals send out the punting unit. And he drives this into the pouring rain. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. And that punt reaches 50 yards. And they'll get ready to go on offense. Miami set to take over once again on offense. They didn't add to their lead last time out. They punted it away, but still ahead and able to add to it here. On the move, headed right. Trying to get away from the pressure, but he can't, and they drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Well, partner, I think this defense had enough. This QB has been getting out of the pocket and doing damage with his legs. But not this time. Great pursuit, great effort, and they're able to wrap him up for the sack.
Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. Putting a receiver in motion. After the sack, another pass on 2nd down. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. Then brings up 3rd down.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Back to throw. Here's Tagovailoa. Completes this one to Hill. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Well, that's one of the moments as a QB you just feel like those defenders are in your huddle. To drop them for a loss on 3rd down can't happen. That's an incredibly quick read by the defense.
So the Dolphins readying for the punt. And after that drive went backwards, he's going to send this one forward. And he hauls it in right near the 40-yard line. No return on that punt. And it'll be Bengals football. Here come the Bengals to take over once again. And I'm sure they're tired of bringing out the punter, Brock. They're hopefully going to give him some rest this time around and find some points to go after that lead. Got his target, it's Higgins. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. Second and 6 coming up here. Brown on the inside give. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
I think with that call, they were trying to set him up with a short 3rd down run, but he said, nope, not on my watch. I'll just go get it all right here. Now, playbook's wide open for 1st and 10.
Let's see how they attack this first down, Brock, from the 43. Out of the shotgun, Burrow. Hauled in left side. And he's tackled for a short gain.
Just stay on schedule. Just stay on schedule, right? SOS. Bad thing on a ship. Good thing on a football field. Even a little completion keeps this offense on schedule.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Burrow out of the shotgun. Completes this one to Chase. And he works this to the 38 before going down. Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4. Tight end in motion right. He's back to throw. He's on the move. He's running for it. That play goes for 8 yards, and it keeps this drive moving.
You know, that's one of those little mental Rolodex plays. Right before the snap, you know if the read isn't there, that option isn't there, you can use your legs to make the adjustment and go get the first down.
1st and 10 now from the 30. Burrow. Flushed out of the pocket. He's keeping it again. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
As much as you'd like to find a completion and get the ball out of your hands, when a play breaks down, you got to be able to make a play with your legs. His offense counts on his ability to evade pressure and occasionally make plays just like that.
They've got 3 timeouts and the 2-minute warning left for them. We've got 1st and 10. Working inside the red zone. Getting out to his left. Decent yardage picked up here before he slides down to avoid the tackle.
He made something out of that play for them. Everyone's so concerned with defending the pass, they didn't quite keep tabs on what he was doing as a QB, and it gave him just enough room to run.
It's the 2-minute warning from Miami. Bengals losing by 7. Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. A give now to Brown. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Well, looky here. You don't even have to worry now about a 3rd down call as that run moves the sticks. Now that call you had ready, though, you can recycle it. Save it for later, for that next 3rd down coming.
They can decide to play for the tie or win later. First, they've got to reach that end zone. It's 1st and goal. Chased out to his right. And he's going to score! Touchdown, Cincinnati! The Bengals cut it to a point late in this one. Joe Burrow with the touchdown. So they get the all-important touchdown here late in the game, Brock. Now the question, play for the tie or go for 2 and the lead?
And I know they've got all these charts and numbers and analytics to tell you what to do, but this comes down to the gut and the trust of the head coach. Does he trust his offense more to go get this 2-point conversion, or is he going to lean in his defense and believe that they can get the stop?
In the 11th hour, now a point after try to tie this game. And everyone can breathe easier now. His try is good, and they found a way to tie it late in the 4th. Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. Eskridge on the return. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. Offense returning to the field now for the Dolphins. And even with some time left, Brock, a long ways to go to get into range for a game winner. They're going to need to move it in a hurry. Escapes the pocket. Oh, look at this. Here he goes. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a 1st down. running. Dolphins will hurry to the line. Here he is to throw. And will he? No, he's not going to escape. They take him down on a pivotal play late in this ball game. Everyone's prepped. It's second down now. Setting up to pass. He's on the move. He's going to keep it this time. Timeout taken by the offense. Their second. Still one more in their pocket to use. Third and just 2 to go. To throw. He gets a lot behind one. Deep downfield. They connect on the deep shot. And they're going to do it, Brock. They break the tie in the final minute. It's a touchdown. So how about the determination there? This game has been as hard fought as you will see. But they grab hold of the lead here with a late touchdown that may just win them the ball game.
You could almost feel them saying, Kate, we don't want overtime. Let's go out and get it done now. They accomplished their goal, but you do have to ask the question, do they leave too much time on the clock? Stay tuned.
Extra point attempt coming from Sanders. Extra point sent in through the rain. And the Dolphins break that tie and now lead by 7. Sanders all set to send it away. Return starts at the 9. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down. The visitors back out on offense. Their running back headed out once again. And those legs must be tired, but he ain't stopping, Brock. Not with the type of game that he's been having for himself on the ground. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. Back to throw. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down. Now we're going to get an offensive timeout. That's their first. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. In quite the time crunch here, Brock, but still 2 timeouts to burn. It's first down. He'll look to throw it. Got a man, it's Gesicki. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. Cincinnati uses its second timeout. Still 1 more in their pocket to use. Second and 6 coming up here. From the 47. Escapes the pocket. Excellent protection so far. And he maybe got back to the line there, but no further. Third and 6 for them to figure out now. Now to throw. A bit of desperation on this deep shot. And this one falls incomplete. No miracles on the final drive today. This game is over. So in the end, it's a Dolphins win here. And there was no easing up. It took some white knuckling until the very end, but their defense carried that small lead through to the finish line as they escape with a victory. And with Brock Heward and our EA Sports crew, I'm Kate Scott saying so long from this one. The Dolphins, your winners, as we say so long from Miami.